Today I'm going to be trying something different. I'm going to be trying to do like a review slash Easter egg type of video of Elseworlds Hour 1 from the Arrowverse. This is Flash's episode. It's not going to be perfect, so bear with me. I'm still learning how to do a few things, but we'll see how it turns out, so stay tuned. So this is what the official Elseworlds logo looks like. So the actual episode starts off with John Wesley Shipp's Barry Allen actually getting his world destroyed by the Monitor, what it seems like, because he runs up to the Book of Destiny, and then the Monitor says something, and then he goes running out. So after the official opening, we go into this high school and we meet John Deegan. He is pretty much made fun of by his entire class, and then he goes out to his car after the class was over, and he's confronted by the Monitor. And he hands him the Book of Destiny, and he pretty much tells him, "You can do whatever you want. Do not think small." So after the opening happens, we go into Central City and we see the red skies, which is definitely an Easter egg towards the Crisis on Infinite Earths storyline, which we found out at the end of this big thing, the 3-episode arc, that they are actually making that, and that's going to be the next crossover. So we go into Barry and all of Barry's and Iris's apartment, and we realize that Oliver is Barry. So after Oliver freaks out and he goes running over to Star Labs, we found out that there was actually a break-in at Ivo Labs. And if you know the comics, you know what Ivo Labs is all about. Builds the Amazo. So Oliver goes running in. They tell him to go stop him because they're thinking that he's Barry. And he goes in, he takes down all the goons with a lightning strike. But by doing that, he actually hits where Amazo was staying. And now Amazo wakes up.
Guys, I can go.
So after we see Amazo wake up, we switch to a different scene, which is we're back in Star Labs, and Oliver's trying to hint that he's trying to get through that he's actually not Barry. So he says he has to go to Star City. He starts going into the hallway, and then the entire team follows him and say, "Oh, you need to talk because you're in the hallway," because it's like a joke that they usually do when somebody has like a dramatic moment. They always talk in the hallway. So anyway, he goes running into Star City, and then the scene switches and we see Barry, aka Oliver, as Diggle sees him, but they are training at Argus, training, whatever you want to call it. And then that had a little bit of technical difficulties, as Joker would tell you. So I guess we'll use a little bit of face cam too, and we'll just mix it up throughout the video so it keeps moving with the flow. So we got to Star Labs, we saw them training and all that, and then Barry and Oliver talk because he goes running into Star Labs. And then they go to Team Flash, and they tell Team Flash about what happens, and then Team Flash doesn't really believe them. In fact, they're even drugged and thrown into the pipeline. And then in the pipeline, you find out that there's actually a toilet, which was like a long-running joke that, where do the inmates go to the bathroom? And that's how they end up breaking free. Barry dislocates his thumb, and then Oliver learns how to phase, and then they get their way out by doing all that fun stuff. So anyway, we'll start moving back to the normal part of the video. This is just a little bit of face cam. You might see a little bit more later. So after that scene, we go to Kara's Earth, which they decide to start blasting "Somebody Save Me" from Smallville, which was a very nice Easter egg. If you watch the show, you know exactly what that was. People were freaking out. Stephen Mel even posted about it after the scene happened on Twitter, I want to say. So once we actually get to Kara's Earth, the Smallville, Clark and Lois appear, and they are name-dropping Argo City, saying that Clark and Lois want to go to Argo City and raise a family because you find out that Lois is actually pregnant. So after that, we go back into our normal Earth, and we're seeing that Amazo is attacking, and then that's when Team Flash comes around because Cisco goes over to Kara's Earth to tell him that, hey, we have a problem, we need your help against Amazo because he still has his vibe powers. Yes, I know, I'm recording this long time ago, but I'm trying to get my feet wet, technically speaking. So, they team up to fight Amazo. Oliver has to don the Barry Allen Flash suit, and Barry Allen has to don the Oliver Queen Green Arrow suit, and it's fun seeing them act as each other, as Barry has to say, you have failed this city, and then Oliver is running around, thumbs up, trying to be more cheery, so that was fun to watch. And then they stop Amazo in, this big, what was it? It was like a construction building, it was still being made. So anyway, they stop him, and then after that, the Monitor can talk in vibes, because we found that out because Cisco realized that, well, he was vibing something, and then the Book of Destiny, and then he went to go look at, what was it? Oh, Deegan, and then Deegan just was looking at the Book of Destiny, and then the Monitor looked over, and he's like, you can look in vibes, and then blah, 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 and he's like, he pretty much just kicked him out of his own vibe, so he was kicked out, and then, they tell him that, Cisco tells the team, he's like, yeah, I don't know how he did it, but he can do it, he's in vibes, but the last thing that I saw was that they were in Gotham City, and then that leads into part 2, and the very last shot of this episode is, in fact, oh, no, I'm sorry, Oliver actually sees that, the picture, and then he draws it super quick, and then that's when you realize, he's like, I know where this is Gotham City, sorry about that, I mixed that part up a little bit. So anyway, they decide to go to Gotham City, and the final scene that you see is them zooming into Batwoman on top of, like, a clock tower. And that was it for my review / Easter eggs of Elseworlds Hour 1. I enjoyed this episode very much. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and a subscribe so I know to keep making more of these. If you enjoy these type of videos, let me know in the comments below so I'll know to keep making more of these. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.